good morning, Yankees universe. Welcome back to another episode of the Yankees Morning Brew on this Thursday, November 16th. Like always, hanging out with my co-host, Mr. TC Stills. All you Yankee fans out there, wake up and get your coffee. TC, how you feeling this morning, big fella?
I got mine. Got my coffee. Woke up. Hey, it's good. Good to be back. It always seems like it's been forever since we do these shows.
Yeah.
I know we had a different format on Tuesday, and I couldn't make it, but great show, by the way. If you guys didn't catch it, go back and watch
Thank you.
Hector's show with Don Sicario and Ruben. But I'm here, and we're going to talk some Yankees. I miss you guys, and let's go. How you doing, man?
Same. Tuesday's episode, it was dope. We got like over 1.3K views, over 100 likes. If you guys haven't seen our episode from our hot stove edition this past Tuesday night, make sure you guys go and watch it. This coming up Tuesday, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to have Jason from 161 River Ave. So if TC can make some time, it'll be me, TC, Jason, Ruben, and El Don Sicario this Tuesday night. But shout out to the chat real quick before we talk any Yankee news. I gotta shout out one of the greatest chats that's out there in YouTube. My guy Scott Wright is in the building. Scott, how you doing? Shane McNeil, good morning, big fella. Hope all is well. Dan C is in the building. Salute. Stephen B, salute to you. Hope all is well. My guy Truth Always, how you doing?
Up, Truth.
01LS1Z2ADABX. My guy, salute. I saw your comment you left on the last video. You have a tracking number emailed to you or sent to you momentarily so you can follow the package. We're working on getting those out. So shout out to you. Mi hermana de la isla, Anthony Medina is in the building. Salute to you. My guy, Dev Finch, Debbie, hope all is well. My guy, NFE, good morning, NFE. AK-47. Yeah, NFE's everywhere. That's my guy. FJ's in the building. Salute to FJ. Salute to all you Yankee fans that are out there enjoying the conversation. Like always, if you guys can, please smack that like button. And if you're watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button. It helps us out when we're trying to grow this channel and try to surf on the algorithm waves on YouTube. Shout out to my guy, El Baldy, El Don Sicario, who's in the building. Hope all is well. Casey Funtime is in the building.
There he
Shout
is,
out
Casey.
to you, Kev. Damian Serrano's in the building. Hope all is well. Like I said, smack that like button. And on the bottom side of the screen, you see that heart? That's right there. Let's get a 30-second heart smash. Just smash that heart for the next 30 seconds as we switch the topic up. But, bro, gotta ask you, before we jump into anything we talked about, when it comes to these Yankees, the rumors are heating up. The hot stove is heating up. Do you have any hope that Hal Steinbrenner will fix the sinking ship that's the New York Yankees right now?
See, the important thing that you just said was Hal instead of Brian Cashman.
Yeah, I have no faith in Cashman.
I caught it.
You saw that,
because
right?
I have no faith in Brian Cashman. I have a little bit of faith in Hal. A little bit. Since he's always saying he's being embarrassed and he's sick of this and, a little bit. It could happen. I mean, there's so many rumors going around. They're going to trade for this guy and get Yamamoto and Soto and all these different scenarios and Cody Bellinger. But at the end of the day, I really don't have that much faith, and that's sad. And as a Yankee fan in the past, I would be like, "Oh, we're getting this guy. We're getting this guy easy. Yeah. No doubt. Now it's a shot in the dark. I don't even have any faith at all.
Yeah, and for me, and my light just like turned on for like some weird reason. For me, when it comes down to it, thank you. I know a lot of people have been saying boycott the team, don't go to the games, and I understand that. I definitely do understand that sentiment. We've reported it out there. Our guys at Yankees Avenue, Dan Rourke, they put it out there that season ticket sales are down by like 50%. They haven't renewed their season tickets.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to look at me a different type of way after what I'm about to say. For me, as a kid who grew up in New York City, right? Guys know, come from a very impoverished background, Section 8, living in the projects and stuff. I wasn't able growing up to go to Yankee games, right? As often as I like. My family didn't have the money to go to Yankee games. At the age I'm at right now, I can afford to go to Yankee games for myself. This is the first time ever in my life that I'm able to actually afford Yankee tickets and have a good time at the stadium. If I have an opportunity to go to the stadium to watch a game, I don't want people to hate me if I go to the stadium. Because like I said, growing up, I didn't have that chance. I didn't have the money to buy me tickets to go to Yankee Stadium. I just didn't have it. And then also, different places living, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, Far Rockaway, Queens. That's far from Yankee Stadium if you know the geographical alignment of New York City. Now that I'm in Inwood, I'm literally 15 minutes away from the stadium. If I jump in an Uber, I'm literally right there 10 to 15 minutes. I can afford the cheap tickets, have me 20, 30 bucks in my pockets to have some food while I'm there at the stadium. So like I said, I don't want people to hate me if I'm not jumping on the don't go to the stadium bandwagon that a lot of people are. If you don't want to go to the stadium and that's you voicing your opinion as a Yankee fan, not wanting to buy the tickets to go to the games, that's on you. And I respect that 100%. But when it comes to me, when it comes to our guy Mario, shout out to Mario as well, who goes to every Yankee game as well, young kid.
Oh, yeah.
I wish when I was Mario's age, I had the ability to go to the games as frequently as he does. But now that I'm 34, going to be 35 next year, knock on wood, that I'm all healthy and stuff because of my back. If I got a chance to go to the stadium, TC, I'm going to go to the stadium, right? So what's your thoughts on that before we jump in the whole Gerrit Cole, because we got to celebrate our guy, G. Cole.
Honestly, if I lived over there, I'd be at the stadium more. I mean, I go, I'm lucky to go once a year if I make a trip out there. So, like you said, coming from, a rough background and you have the means now to go, you got to go. I mean, it's still a spectacle. It's still the Yankees. You go because it's the Yankees. You really don't go because of what's going on with the team now. I mean, there's the history of the Yankees and just touring the stadium and seeing all the memorabilia and Monument Park, and it's a spectacle, especially the people that have never been there. They're gonna go regardless. I mean, whether the team sucks or is not doing what they want, you're gonna go to the games. I mean, it's hard to tell a Yankee fan not to go to a game. I mean, yeah, you can go out and protest in the front or say, fire Cashman, fire Boone, fire whoever. But at the end of the day, people are still going to the games. It's still their right to go and see the Yankees. It's too bad what has happened with the management, the front office, what they're doing now. But that shouldn't be a penalty on a fan. So that's my opinion of that.
Yeah, and my protest when it comes to the Yankees is I don't pay for the Yes Network. I use my mom login because she has Verizon and she has the Yes. So I use my mother's login on my Yes app when I'm watching the Yankee games. But I appreciate all you guys in the chat with your kind words. Hold on one second. I'm going to pull some up right now. My guy Truth Always. Real recognize real. We got you, my brother Hector. I appreciate you, my guy, 100%. Tyler Tabbitt's in the building. My guy Tyler, how you doing, Tyler? Hope all is well. NFE, he's right there with me. I hear you, Hector. Anthony Medina, my brother Damian Serrano as well. And then I see NFE said, last time I went to a Yankee game was 4 years ago. NFE, we got to change that up. This year, I'm getting you a ticket. NFE, you let me know where you at. We'll schedule it. You hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Instagram.
Take them,
And I'll take you to a game this year, NFE, because one, I want to meet you, my guy. You're good peoples on the internet. You're good conversation when it comes to talking these Yankees.
Yeah. So Ryan Seacrest, he's everywhere.
Just like last year in the month of September when we was doing raffles for Yankee games, we're gonna do that this season coming up, right? We're gonna do some raffles once a month or maybe twice a month to give some tickets out to Yankee games for all of you guys that are just watching the chat. But like I said, we got to talk about G. Cole. Our guy, Gerrit Cole, won the Cy Young, the first Yankee since Roger Clemens. So we got to talk about it. Like I said, Gerrit Cole won the 2023 Cy Young Award. He got all 30 first ballot votes. Unanimous Cy Young Award winner. I know Roger Clemens won it back in the day, but I think this is the first time the Yankees had a unanimous Cy Young winner. I know Mariano got into the Hall of Fame unanimously, but when it comes to in-season awards or at the end of the season awards, I think Gerrit Cole is the first Yankee to do that. My guy Max Goodman on Twitter, he points this out, and this is a conversation we're going to have with everybody. Gerrit Cole won the Cy Young Award in 2023. Aaron Judge won the MVP in 2022. The window to win with both of these superstars in their primes will only stay open for so many years. The Yankees must keep that in mind this winter as they attack trades and free agency. Folks in the chat, let us know what's your thoughts about our guy. And granted, we were all saying that he was going to win the award. You know, if he would have lost this award, it definitely would have been some Yankee bias. Sonny Gray came in second place when it comes down to it. Osman was in third place as well. They had some good pitchers, Luis Castillo, but nobody had the kind of year that Gerrit Cole had. Somebody put this on Twitter. Gerrit Cole he had video game numbers this year when it came to his pitching stats. Probably his best season as a New York Yankee, living up to that contract. My man signed 300 million plus, right? I see people out there on Twitter saying that we should trade Gerrit Cole. He's going to opt out of his contract next year. Listen, Gerrit Cole's not opting out. If he opts out, the Yankees will give him the last extra couple of more years to extend his contract just to make him happy. But I don't think Gerrit Cole is going anywhere. One, from that press conference, he brought that sign. Once a Yankee, always a Yankee. When it comes down to Gerrit Cole, he's gonna retire a New York Yankee. He's gonna go down as one of the best starting pitchers in our franchise history. So Yankee fans out there, you're all on Twitter saying we should trade Gerrit Cole. Who are we gonna trade Gerrit Cole for? Who we got? This is the best starting pitcher in the American League. Who are you going to trade Gerrit Cole for? Some other prospect pitchers that may not live up to the expectations or to what he has done? It's a clown show. What's your thoughts, TC?
Yeah, they're delirious because we've been trying to get Gerrit Cole for years, and now we got him. We're not going to trade him. I mean, best pitcher. I think he's the best pitcher overall right now. But I mean, looking at his numbers, 209 innings pitched. At 2.63 ERA, was consistent all year. 222 strikeouts and only 48 walks. I'm not sure what his record was. Was he like 15-4? It wasn't that high, right? I mean,
it was 50. I know he got 15 wins.
Yeah, but I mean, that goes to show they're not really concerned about wins. I mean, these pitchers that are winning these Cy Youngs, they're not 20-game winners anymore. I remember in the past, I mean, to get a Cy Young, you'd have to be a 20-game winner, but the consistency, he kept him in the game every game. I mean, the run support, again, he didn't have much run support. That's why he didn't have as many wins. I mean, he probably had 4 or 5 wins on the table that either the bullpen blew or they just didn't score for him. So, and then he had 2 complete game shutouts as well. I mean, that's rare for a Yankee pitcher, nowadays too, but I mean, hats off to him. Congratulations. He deserved it. I mean, we called it like in the middle of the season. We said he's going to be a Cy Young Award winner, and he kept it up all season long. That's the thing. I mean, last year he had his struggles in the first innings, giving up so many home runs. He changed that. He bounced back, and he stuck it to all the critics who said it was the spider tack and all this. Nope. Doesn't look like it because they're checking the gloves and they're checking his hands every day. And he proved it. He proved that he is still the best out there. And the people that want to trade him, forget it. No, don't even think about that.
A guy, retired MCO 1199 in the chat says the Rocket in 2001 and Gator back in 1978 were both unanimous. All right, so Gerrit Cole's in good company when it comes to that. Thank you for the correction on the stat.
That was,
and I want to shout out my guy Yankee Kyle, who is continuously always throwing us in his community tab.
Good for you,
but Yankee Kyle said, "I have been drug-free and sober for 35 plus years. Now I'm still going strong." Yankee Kyle, we are right there with you, my brother. One thing I always love to say is, you know, it's baseball, but it's a family at the same time. So you got to check in on your guys. Yankee Cow, I appreciate you sharing that in the chat. Guys, make sure if you're out there, drink some water. And this is one thing that I know I don't do as much
Hydrate.
of. Make sure you keep hydrated. Make sure you drink your water. If you need to know about water, my guy TC is the water connoisseur. But make sure you guys are taking care of yourself when it comes to your hydration. Make sure you guys are checking in when it comes to your mental health as well. If you have any friends or family members that may be going through something, just check up in them. Just check up on them constantly. That's all I want to say. I appreciate you guys definitely. My guy AK47 in the chat says Cole's dedication, talent, and consistency throughout the season have truly set him apart. Yankee Kyle, congratulations on being sober. Amazing news. Absolutely. Now there's, like my guy NFE says, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. 100%. Make sure you guys drink your water.
Knows.
But LI Yankee King put something in the chat. This is something that I want to speak on real quick. Shout out my guy LI Yankee King. Good morning to you, brother. He said, remember, Gerrit Cole is 33 and Aaron Judge is 32.
Yes.
Like Max Goodman said, the window to win with these guys in their prime is closing. I think we could say respectively, their prime is going to be the next 2 to 3 seasons. That's what their prime is going to be. That's why the Yankees, when they attack this offseason, you can't just be passive. You can't be the Yankees of the last 2 following off seasons, going for the second tier item, not going for the big ticket item, right? We all know the rumors that are out there when it comes to Juan Soto and how the Yankees are attached to Juan Soto. Go out there and make the move. You know about Yamamoto. We'll get into Yamamoto and the other starting pitching free agents that are out there as well. But Gerrit Cole, he won you a Cy Young. The next thing that's on his list or his box to check off is winning a World Series. That's what you paid this man $300 million plus to do. Yes, winning a Cy Young, it's great. You want to see it. It's a nice celebration for the team and for the player as an individual. But when it comes to the World Series, that's what we need. And you need to attack this offseason like there's some sort of urgency. Like I said, you can't be passive. You can't do what the Yankees did the past 3 to 4 to 5 off seasons by going for the second tier item and being afraid not to open up that wallet and go out there and get your guy. You got to sign Yamamoto. That's step 1. You got to trade for Juan Soto. That's step 2. And I gotta shout out my guy Keith McPherson. I'm gonna call the show later on tonight. But at the end of the show last night, he was asking people, What's their John Sterling Juan Soto home run core? Do you have one? Do you have one in your head, TC? Do you have a John Sterling Juan Soto home run core as of now?
I'm sure it's going to have some Latin flavor, some merengue, or some dance to it. So I can kind of hear it, but I off the top of my head, I can't come up with one. But yeah, I mean, there's so many different songs I think I could put some words to, but it's not.
Guys, if you guys could indulge me, just indulge me for the next 30 seconds, because I was thinking about this last night and I think I got one. All right, so just indulge me. I'm about to go into scene right now. I'm about to bring out my acting classes to you, so just give me a second. I'm gonna go off screen and I'm gonna come right back. All right, scene. As Soto comes up to the plate, it is high. It is far. It is gone. It is a 2-run ding-dong by Juan Soto. Juanito. Ay, Dios mío. How about that one? You like that?
I like it.
You like
Spanish
that
flavor?
Guys,
I like it.
Let me know in the chat. Do you like that, or was I a bit too much with it? With the Juancito. No. Ay, Dios mío. You think John Sterling could pull that off?
I think he could. Juancito, I like it. Juancito.
I think he could. Yeah. I think Ricky Ricardo with the Yankees, with the Spanish broadcasting, he can help him out. He can help him out.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a dramatic scene every time he hits a home run. He'll probably come out of his chair every time.
All right,
he'll probably be dancing. He'll be like, "Oh, Juancito."
My guy Medina said it's pretty good. I appreciate that. Yeah. Shane McNeil said that's a good job. Salute to you. Truth always is laughing. My girlfriend just text messaged me and just said trademark it before somebody steals it. She literally heard the conversation. So I'm a trademark it, babe. Trust me, I'm a trademark it.
I think it just went viral. I see it on Twitter.
My guy Lorenzo Cardona's in the building. Enzo,
hey,
how you
he
doing?
Could put some. He could put some music
salute.
and make a song. He's the producer, big producer. Yeah, make a Juancito song.
How you doing? Let's see. Sean Brown says, Juan Soto sends one to the moon. I like that one, Sean. That's pretty. That's pretty solid. Folks in the chat, let us know if you got your John Sterling, Juan Soto home run call. Granted, it's just me being an arrogant Yankee fan, already thinking that we got Juan Soto when we haven't even made the trade for him.
It just makes sense. It's just a good fit.
Yeah. It just makes sense. Let's see. Truth always says, for real, patent that, Hector. You know what? I'm gonna do the poor man copyright. I'm gonna take the clip. I'm gonna email it to myself so I have that digital timestamp where no one can mess with me. The poor man copyright is always the best way to go, and then you can get yourself the proper one further down the line.
That's right.
Let's see who else we got in here. My guy FJ said, one thing Hal and Cashman agree, the team needs to sign Yamamoto. I'm not sure about the rest. And that's a perfect way to segue into the next conversation, because an article came out from NJ.com, and shout out to my guy Jason from 161 River Ave. He put out a video over the past couple of days talking about it. But apparently the Yankees are eyeing two, not just one, two frontline starting pitchers in the offseason. We got Carlos Rodon last year. We already got Gerrit Cole. If we're able to get Yamamoto, who's the other frontline starting pitcher? I don't think it'll be Blake Snell, because he'll be a little bit too expensive maybe for both Yamamoto and for Blake Snell. But could we get Yamamoto and Aaron Nola? That Aaron Nola is the second. He's the second behind Blake Snell when you talk about American starting pitchers that are free agents, not looking at the Japanese market.
I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah. And when it comes to Aaron Nola, this is one thing you guys got to remember. He pitched in Philadelphia, which is a bandbox. It is a hitter's ballpark. It's not really a pitcher's ballpark. So if you're worried about the transition from the NL to the AL, you got to remember that he pitched in a hitter's friendly ballpark. So when it comes to Aaron Nola, I think he'll be able to, one, handle the pressure of Yankee fans, because Philly fans are probably just as tier lower, if not the same level when it comes to that. But I don't mind both Yamamoto and Aaron Nola. What's your thoughts, TC? Folks in the chat, besides Yamamoto and Nola, is there any other starting pitchers? And like NFE says, Aaron Nola is an innings eater. What's your thoughts, TC?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the list right now. They have well, it's funny, they have Shohei Ohtani as the number one, but he can't pitch next year, so that's out the door. So no, Yamamoto and Nola. Oh man, I would love it. I mean, Yamamoto is the key, though. We've been saying that for all off season. He's a must. I think he's more than Soto as a must get. As much as we need the offense, but Yamamoto he's like a unicorn to me. He's just like, I mean, what the major leagues hasn't seen this guy yet, and he's just dominating. I know it's the Japanese league, but these guys come over and there's I don't know, there's something about them, the discipline and the way they go about things, that they're just fantastic. And I mean, I'd love to see him in New York. As far as Aaron Nola, wouldn't be mad at that. I mean, he looks good in Philly, and he just looked better in New York, especially with Gerrit Cole. He wouldn't have to be the frontline guy. You got Rodon, you got Cole in front of him, Yamamoto. If we get Yamamoto, I mean, that fantastic four right there.
If you send Gleyber Torres to Miami, take that pitching, package it with Clark Smith and some of our minor leaguers, we could still hold on to Michael King. So we could potentially have a starting rotation of Gerrit Cole, Yamamoto, Aaron Nola, Carlos Rodon, move Rodon back to the fourth spot of the rotation, take that pressure off of him, and you can have either Michael King, Frankie Montas to round out your starting rotation. Even if you go into your minor league system and you trade them, a package of a bunch of them, you could still have Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito, Luis Hill. You have a lot of starting pitchers left over after that trade with Juan Soto.
Yeah, and especially if the Padres want pitching. I mean, Michael King would be in that package to get Juan Soto. So, King, it could be King and some of the other, Drew Thorpe and Warren. If I know we don't want to see him go, but
shout out to Will
if we're gonna get Juan Soto, we gotta cover our eyes and not look at these prospects. Bye. I mean, I want Juan Soto. So it comes with the territory. That's what we have to do.
Now that we're talking about Juan Soto, my guy 19 comments says, and it's gone. Send out a bolo for Soto. I like that one. I like that one, 19 comment. We got 19 people in the building. If you guys can, please smack that like button. And if you can, for the next 30 seconds, let's smack the heart. Let's do a little heart parade for the next 30 seconds. But I do like that one, 19 comment, the bolo for Soto. But I want to ask you and folks in the chat, there's a section of Yankee fans that are on Twitter that for some apparent reason, and this is the first time that LI Yankee King is not a part of them, but apparently there's a section of Yankee fans, and I'll get to your comment, LI, right after this on your hot take. It's a section of Yankee fans that do not, for some reason, want to trade for Juan Soto. For some reason, they want to hold on to all of our pitching prospects. They want to hold on to Spencer Jones, and they just want the Yankees to go out there, sign Cody Bellinger, and sign Kevin Kiermaier and wait for Dominguez to come back. I think that is the wrong approach when it comes to the offseason. If Juan Soto is available to you and you just have to give up pitching prospects, as much as we want to see our pitching prospects flourish here in the Bronx, because we definitely do, if you got Juan Soto, you cannot sit down and let him go to either the Mets and sign a contract extension for 15 years, go to the Red Sox and be there for the next. You can't do that. You got to go out there and get your guy, Juan Soto.
And which pitching prospects in the last 10 years has ever made it with the Yankees? Ever? I mean, Severino, you want to use Severino? I mean, I don't. Montgomery? I mean... you can't, what Juan Soto is, and he's only 25 years old. If he was 30, I would say, I don't know if we want to unload our farm system for our 30-year-old guy that wants, 5,000, 5 million, 100 million, whatever he's going to get. For a 25-year-old, with this, especially with the window closing, this has to be an all or nothing offseason. And Juan Soto is the guy. There's no other guy. Cody Bellinger, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's a good hitter, but he's not Juan Soto. I'm sorry. But
my guy Chris the Flash in the chat that says, I don't want to trade for Soto. I want to keep the prospect. I mean, it's almost Christmas time, so keep prospects would be great presents. Yeah, okay. Obviously he's trolling, but I want to bring this up because I see what they're saying, because you never know when it comes to prospects who's going to turn out to be a superstar. Back in 2014, right? Derek Jeter's last season with the New York Yankees before he retired. Brian Cashman was going to do a blockbuster trade with the Atlanta Braves. Apparently, he was going to send Aaron Judge, Luis Severino, Gary Sanchez to the Braves. And in return, the Yankees were going to get Andrelton Simmons, Jason Haywood, B.J. Upton, and infielder Chris Johnson. Now, I understand.
Thank God he didn't.
Thank God that did not happen when it comes to that trade between the Yankees and the Atlanta Braves. Aaron Judge became a superstar, best player in Major League Baseball right now. If you want to have that argument, have that argument. Both Luis Severino and Gary Sanchez, they showed you flashes of what they could be, never lived up to the potential. But on the players that would have came back to the Yankees, Andrelton Simmons, Jason Haywood, B.J. Upton, and Chris Johnson, are any of them on the same level like Juan Soto?
Not even close.
None of them. Not even close. Like you said, TC, they ain't coming close to what Juan Soto does on the field.
So and the age he is now.
And the age, exactly, because these guys were closer to 30 than anything else. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. When it comes to prospects, you never know. Look, Aaron Judge, I don't think anybody had Aaron Judge penciled penciled to be the superstar franchise player for this team when he was coming up in the system. I don't even think the Yankees thought he was going to be that.
In a long time. He's the only one.
Yeah. But when it comes to trading prospects, like we both said, none of those players the Braves were going to send back to us are on the same level as Juan Soto. So even if we decided to trade Spencer Jones and he becomes an all-star in San Diego, if we trade Will Warren, Chase Hampton to San Diego, if Michael King turns into the next great starting pitcher in San Diego, we still have Juan Soto. Juan Soto is not B.J. Upton. Juan Soto is not Andrelton Simmons, right? So Juan Soto is on a different planet on his own.
Not even in his prime yet.
And he's not even in his prime, bro.
And he's teaming up with Aaron Judge.
Oh, my guy Don Sicario with the $9.99 super chat.
Thank you, Don.
He said, "This is the first time I've done a super chat, but I gotta show you love. You're the people's champ. Much respect for your team, Hector."
Oh, he's
Don
the Rock.
Sicario,
the people's champ.
I appreciate you. Nah, I can never live up. I can never live up to that moniker, but I just try to always keep the conversations going.
We all have so much respect for Hector. We love Hector.
I appreciate all you guys. I love you, TC. Trust me. But no, like Truth always says, not even close.
Yep.
Not even close. So I don't understand the Yankee fans that are out there that do not want to trade for Juan Soto and want to just hold on to the prospects. Like you said, TC, over the past, since 2010, the only prospect to pan out has been Aaron Judge. Judge.
That's all. That's it. That's all I can see. Yeah.
That is it. Now, if we got Jason Dominguez, we got Anthony Volpe. Those are solid young players, right? And people saying that, we got to trade Dominguez to get Soto. I don't think we need to trade Dominguez to get Soto. They want starting pitching back, and they want payroll relief.
Yeah.
And like I said, the owner of the San Diego Padres, he passed away as well. So this is the time that the Padres, they're going through a transitional period. They have their long-term contract set in stone. Fernando Tatis, he ain't going anywhere. Manny Machado, he ain't going anywhere. Xander Bogaerts definitely ain't going anywhere with his contract. So the only logical thing that they can do, especially, they're going to most likely lose Blake Snell. I don't see them retaining Blake Snell. They're going to lose Josh Hader. So they have to recuperate the prospects they traded away for Juan Soto, and two, they have no major league ready starting pitchers in their minor league system, and that's what they need to get back.
And the money they borrow too, as well. Remember that.
And the money they borrow. So if we could have a trade package that centers around Michael King, Clark Smith, Will Warren, Drew Thorpe, trade Gleyber Torres to Miami, get whatever pitchers from Miami, add the 2 of those or 3 of those pitchers to that package, ship them to San Diego. Plenty. We get back Juan Soto. We get back Jake Cronenworth to eat his contract to help out the San Diego Padres. You move Cronenworth back to his natural position, which is second base, or you can have him and Peraza battle it out in spring training. Whoever wins the job in spring training.
Yeah. I agree.
think that's the only way that you can go.
Yeah. As we do have DJ LeMahieu. I mean, he's maybe slated to start at third and Peraza at second if you get rid of Gleyber Torres. But there's a lot of options, and I'm not worried about giving up pitching prospects. I want Juan Soto. Sorry, I mean, and we have plenty of them, and like you said, if they turn out to be superstars, but we still have Juan Soto. So. The Padres need to get creative, and they need to shed a lot of payroll. They're not a high market team. They're not. They don't sell out over there. I love the stadium. I love the team over there. I mean, I love going down there. It's only like an hour away, but it's not the Yankees, so they can't keep all these guys.
It's not the Yankees, but to be fair, when it comes to San Diego, right? And again, rest in peace to that owner who passed away because he took the San Diego Padres and he gave that fan base over the past several years hope that they can compete with the New York Yankees, that they can compete with the LA Dodgers, that they're not on the bottom when it comes to the Kansas City Royals and those. So he made them believe that they were better than what they actually were. So you got to tip your hat off to an owner that invests back into his team. That's first and foremost. But secondly, The San Diego Padres over the past 2 seasons, when it comes to ticket sales, they were in the top 10 when it came to ticket sales last year and the year before. So
Yeah, since
when it comes,
got all
they
these
weren't
superstars,
selling
yeah.
out like the Yankees. They weren't like, they didn't have the same attendance as the Yankees, but they had a way better attendance than the Cleveland Guardians. Way better attendance than Seattle Mariners, Kansas City Royals, even the Baltimore Orioles, who is a nice young scrappy team that's on the rise. So you got to give credit to the Padres. And if you're a Padres fan, you're in a real influx. Maybe the pitching that you get back from the Yankees for Juan Soto, maybe that pitching can make you a contender in the NL West. You have a commodity in Juan Soto that it's one solid piece, one all-star that you could trade away and bring back different pieces to help you out with your team. So I think that's the only way that they can go. And I think Medina, he hit it right on the head. I just think, in my personal opinion, that those fans are the casual Yankee fans, because if you're a true Yankee fan, you know Soto is the player the Yankees need, and also to bring back that swag. And that's what has been missing. You get Juan Soto to the Yankees, that swag is going to be like Reggie Jackson. The Yankees haven't had that type of swag in the lineup in a long time. And I know some people may say that, oh, we don't need that. Listen, we need some type of life. One thing I could point to, the 2009 World Series, when we won it, do you know what was different with that team than other teams from years prior? Do you know what was different? AJ Burnett and that pie that he was doing to players when they would walk. Did we ever have that before? AJ Burnett, a pie to the face during a walk-off? That brought fun to watching this team. Sometimes being in Yankee Stadium, you feel crammed up because you want to let out and have fun, but you don't want to be that person when everyone else is not on the same level as you, if you understand what I'm saying. Right? So
I totally get it.
We need to go back to being fun. Like I said,
yep.
That 2009 season was the first time I saw the Yankees having fun when it came to AJ Burnett and that pie to the face when the walk-offs happened. We need to get back to that.
Yeah, and they had the guys to do it. They had Swisher and Johnny Damon and Gardner, and those guys. They were all like just fiery and fun, and the clubhouse. They play different music, loud music, rock, and this is like the first time that they were ever allowed to do something like that. And yeah, they do. They need to get back to that. Whether it's I don't know.
Swisher
I don't know
also
on this team who Swisher, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, they got to bring in some guys that do that. Maybe Gerrit Cole, hey, does something, a bucket of Gatorade or, the pies or just something. Even was that the year that, what was his name? The little guy that did the camera. Remember him? With Aaron Judge,
Ronald Torreyes back in 2017,
that's
2018, around that time. That was so much fun watching that.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the brass for the Yankees told Ronald Torreyes to stop doing that. I think that was one of the stupidest things you could have done. That was so much fun watching the Yankees, especially the young Yankees in the dugout with that fake little camera. And it was like every time it happened, he was making the camera look a lot more realistic than it was the game prior. So yeah, that was horrible that the Yankees front office told Ronald Torreyes to stop doing that.
And all these other teams are doing home run celebrations, and they basically tell the Yankees don't do anything. I mean, guys with putting on jackets or shopping carts. I mean, some of them are a little corny, a little cheesy, but it shows the team camaraderie, and they're having fun. Yankees, it's like, oh well, whatever. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
like all buttoned up and serious. It's
why is it that this July 4th that just passed this year, why was that the first time there was ever a fireworks show at Yankee Stadium? Why aren't the Yankees? What's up with fireworks? Why can't you be fun? When I took my moms to the Met game, right? And yes, the Big Apple that comes up or whatever, but the fireworks as well. My mom was having a ball, and I'm just sitting back as a jealous Yankee fan, like, I wish we had fun in the stadium like this. I wish there were people on top of the dugouts in the middle of the innings shooting T-shirts to people like they do at Citi Field. I went to the Madison Square Garden to the Knicks game. The Knicks, with your ticket, they gave you a bracelet, right? And the bracelet lights up. It was synchronized. Everybody's bracelet was the same. So whenever the screen was orange and blue, your bracelet was orange and blue. Why can't the Yankees do that at Yankee
that's a
Stadium?
great idea.
Give people a bracelet that is blue and gray or blue and white, whatever, the home colors. And when the screen is going off to make some noise, have all the bracelets go off at the same time.
Exactly. Can you imagine? Wow.
On top of
all they have is the I think all they have now is the YMCA at the 7th inning, right? Or the 5th inning, whatever they do.
They got the YMCA and they got the train race, right? Pick which train is going to win, the 4 train, the D train, or whoop-de fucking do. When it comes to that.
The fans involved. Gotta get everybody having fun. Yeah.
Definitely. Also, too, we got 45 people in the building. If you guys can, please smack that like button. My guy 19 comment says, pop up to short bat flip from Donaldson killed all the celebrations. Oh God.
No, you got to go back to Medina. Medina left a good one about the music. If you can find
let me find that one.
If you can find Medina.
Oh yeah, they still played the music in the clubhouse, but it's Taylor Swift. It's T Swizzy. You can't forget. Anthony Rizzo's a T Swizzy fan. Gerrit Cole's a T Swizzy fan. Listen, as long as the cupcakes are gluten free, I'm down to clown, right? But my guy LI Yankee King, he brings something up, and we talked about this before. And folks in the chat, I want to get your thoughts. He said, "Hot take: what if that frontline starter is a 1-year deal for Trevor Bauer? It would never happen.
They're going to stay away from them.
It would never happen. Listen, when it comes to Trevor Bauer and his baseball talent, you can't argue. He's a phenomenal baseball talent. He's a phenomenal pitcher. It's everything else that comes with it. Granted, right? It's a PR nightmare, right? The case was what it was. I don't think you add him and everything that comes with him on top of the Brian Cashman debacle.
No.
With everything that's going on with Brian Cashman, the last thing the Yankees need is to sign Trevor Bauer and Trevor Bauer start going live on his YouTube account. That is the last thing that the Yankees need. And I don't think the Yankees, I don't think they want players that have that type of personality, have a YouTube, big on social media. Because when you look at it, Anthony Volpe, he has to give the Yankees have to give him permission to have certain interviews. Aaron Judge has to get permission. So it's like, you've seen us interview the guys in the minor leagues. We can interview the guys in the minor leagues. But when it comes to guys on the major league roster, the New York Yankees, they have to approve they have to approve whoever's going to interview them. So for that, I think the Yankees will be out.
Sunil just put up breaking news.
What do you say?
Come on, Sunil. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift broke up.
Of course, Sunil would know that. And Sunil, I had oranges this morning in your honor. So shout out to you, Sunil, for helping me eat a little bit healthier.
But he didn't eat them in the bathroom. He just ate them right here. So.
No, I ate them on screen. I didn't eat them in the bathroom. But we gotta switch gears because we got to talk about, I just brought up the Cashman. I know I talked about this Tuesday night, but I wanted to continue the conversation with my guy TC. And just so you guys know, we got a hard stop at 12 o'clock. Because my nephew is having a potluck at his school, and he invited his Theo Hector to go with him to his school. So he wants to show off his Uncle Hector at the school. But we got to talk about it. Andy Martino of SNY confirms that Brian Cashman's comments about Giancarlo Stanton are not at all a factor in their ability to land Yoshinobu Yamamoto. So that's a good thing, because Yankee fans were losing their minds saying, you see, Cashman came out and talked, and now the agent is going to tell his players not to shine with the Yankees. No, listen, money talks, BS walks at the end of the day. And if the Yankees give this man a $200 million contract, he's going to sign with the Yankees no matter what. But like I said, when it comes to the comments that Cashman made, he was not wrong. The criticisms about Giancarlo Stanton, we've had this conversation. I've talked about the Yankees. They should buy him out for the rest of his contract, right?
Yes.
We talked about the decline of Giancarlo Stanton. But my mother, and I know your father, big time Jerry, always told us there's a time and a place for everything. After what happened last week with the press conference and the fans getting on your ass, you thought it was the perfect time to double down and come for Giancarlo Stanton? It wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right time.
No, he I mean, if Hal didn't fire him the day after he made that, you know, spectacle with the press, he should have fired him with these comments about Giancarlo Stanton, because it's uncalled for. Going after players and it just keep that all buttoned up behind the scenes. Why? We all know he's an injured player. That's okay for us to say it, but as the GM calling him out, oh, we expect him to be injured. What are you doing? What did he do to you? What
like LA Yankee King just said in the comments, this is the worst offseason for Brian Cashman to do an SMD
100%.
tour. No, absolutely
100%.
fact. Dan C says, how does Andy Martino know that? Sounds like wishful thinking. All right, now, Dan, this is something that I learned from covering basketball, right? If people know about like the NBA and stuff, Adrian Wojnarowski, he is the guy that breaks the story when it comes to the NBA. He puts out a lot of Knicks news that comes out. Like whenever the Knicks are going to sign someone, hire someone, he puts out a lot of their news. I found out that Adrian Wojnarowski, his agency is CAA. If you guys know, that's one of the big sports agencies that are out there. But at the same time, when it comes to the Knicks, the entire Knicks front office, they're CAA guys. Leon Rose used to be the president for CAA. Leon Rose's son is still over there at CAA. So when it comes to Andy Martino, you got to find out who represents Andy Martino, because the person who represents, or the agency that represents Andy Martino, may have a connection with the agent that represents Yamamoto and Giancarlo Stanton. Maybe Andy Martino's representative is a part of the same agency that Giancarlo Stanton's agent is a part of. So that's how a lot of these insiders get their insiders, depending on their connections and who they know. So like I said, Leon Rose with the Knicks, they're CAA. That's why Wojnarowski, who's represented by CAA, he gets all the news first before anybody else when it pertains to CAA clients. Now, when it comes to Clutch clients, that's LeBron James's sports agency with his friend. Clutch clients, that's another guy. That's Shams Charania. Sam's is represented by Clutch. So anything that comes out that represents or talks about Clutch clients, Shams gets it first, not Wojnarowski. So it's literally who represents these media guys and what connections that they have.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
But and Leon Rose knows Hector, by the way.
No. He knows of our Knicks show. I know that for sure. He knows
of the show.
I know that for sure. Someone that we've talked to who is friends with Leon Rose told us that Leon Rose actually knows about our show and says that we do a good job.
And you think they're not watching? They're watching.
This is what I found out when it comes to it. Leon Rose, every day when he's in his office, he gets a file that big of what Knicks fans are saying on Twitter, of what podcasters are saying on YouTube, of what the local sports radio people say on their shows. So if Leon Rose gets that with the Knicks, you know for sure Brian Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner, they get that when it comes to the Yankees.
They know this.
Just want to put that. No. I'm just a guy that likes Power Rangers and Pokemon and talks Yankees on YouTube. That's all.
Okay.
My guy Dan C said, Hector, good info. Thanks. No. And I literally found this out within the past month, that's how these connections happen. Once you learn how the industry is run, you figure out, oh, Andy Martino, he got that breaking news because it pertains to this player, and this player's agent is the same agency that Andy Martino was with. So when you start figuring out how the industry works, then you can start saying, okay, this person is reliable because his connection is there. That person is reliable because their connection there, and so on and so on and so on. Tyler Tabbitt, I am right there with you. The Knicks need a superstar. Make sure you tune into tomorrow morning. Knicks Morning Brew is going to be a good one. Hold on, because now my Knicks Morning Brew group chat is going off. Celso, Jerry, and Phil are all texting each other right now. Let's see.
Guys.
AK4. I don't think that's true, Hector, because if that was true, then how wouldn't be saying he has no clue why fans are mad. No, I get that, but it's how trying to just like
the politician
I'm
talk.
gonna say this. He's trying to the
Diffuse.
peasants are at the gate. So Hal Steinbrenner is trying to do the best he can to keep them from toppling the gate and running him over, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
But like Jacob said, we got 52 people in the building and we're sitting on 36 likes. Smack that like button for your boys as we continue the conversation. But no, my guy Real Boshak also said, many are saying Cashman is annoying Stanton publicly, so he'll waive his no trade clause. He could have privately told Stanton, I'm bringing in another DH and benching you. Cashman's huge ego will have major consequences when it comes to players' relationship. But Hal doesn't care because Hal's going to spend that money. What's your thoughts on that comment right there, publicly shaming Giancarlo Stanton? Because like I said, it's a time and a place for everything. You could have had that conversation privately. What's your thoughts?
True, but I mean, I can see what Boshek is talking
muted,
about.
TC. Like I don't know. Okay, there you go. There you go. No, you good. You good.
I'm on. Okay.
No, you good.
No, I see what he's saying. I mean, it could be a tactic to annoy him to waive his no trade clause and possibly get him shipped out and or just have him mad in general and just say, hey, here's a buyout and go get off the team. But I highly doubt that. I know they are looking to trade him, and that's for Cashman to come out and say, yeah, he's always injured and I'm putting him down. I mean, they got no faith in the guy anymore. I mean, they're not. I mean, they're always pumping up other players and they're coming right after him on this. Not this quote, but in the previous in the media, he said about Stanton and always getting injured, but Cashman's ego and I do think that Hal does care. I think he is. It's starting to affect him. He's been away from baseball operations for a while. He doesn't know what's going on, and now I think he has to step in. He has to step in and bring in the reins of Cashman. Honestly, if Cashman does one more outburst like this, I think he's got to go. Hal has to fire him. This is just a bad look. The team was bad enough, and now in the off season, he's making them look worse. It's just a circus, and Cashman's not doing anything to help his cause here. I mean, the fans hate him. Now the players are going to start hating him. They're not going to play for this guy. So I don't know. It's just a bad look. Just a bad look.
No, I'm right there with you. One, if you're trying to trade Giancarlo Stanton, or if you want him to waive his no trade clause, one, after the season that he just had, I don't think there's many GMs running to pick up their phones to try to trade for Giancarlo Stanton. That's one. Two, even if that was the case, that teams wanted to trade for Giancarlo Stanton, you just went out there publicly and you devalued this man. You devalued whatever value he had. My opinion, he ain't have that much value, especially off of the year he just had. I love the fact that Giancarlo Stanton, he holds himself accountable. I love that. I love the way that Giancarlo Stanton handles the New York media. At the end of the season, it was a bit dicey. I ain't gonna lie. It was a little bit chippy, him going back and forth with the reporters. That was a version of Giancarlo Stanton we've never seen before. Him being chippy with the reporters, right? So that's one.
Right. But like he does answer the media though.
He does answers the media. He is there after every game. He's not going to pull a Clint Frazier and say that I don't want to talk to the media. He's not going to pull a Josh Donaldson and say I don't want to talk to the media. He's not going to pull an Aaron Hicks and say he ain't going to want to talk to the media. He is there after every game. And also, if you guys go to the game and you guys go by right field in Yankee Stadium where the players come to sign autographs, Giancarlo Stanton is always there to sign young kids' autographs. So that's one thing I want to say about Giancarlo Stanton. But when it comes to his production on the field, he can't stay healthy. He is a shell of his former self. I don't even think he's at 25% of what Giancarlo Stanton used to be. The Yankees, he's with the Yankees for the next 5 years. So one, like I said, I don't think there's any team running to pick up their phone to trade for Giancarlo Stanton. Now, this is the conversation I had with Don Sicario and with Ruben. And I wanted to ask you, do you think it's time that Giancarlo Stanton becomes a platoon player? Situational. Have him strictly 100%. To go out there to face left-handed hitters. Have someone to be a left-handed DH to face right-handed hitters. At this point of his career, it's what they did with Albert Pujols towards the end of his career. Mm-hmm. Albert Pujols, massive contract. His last few years with the Angels, he became a platoon hitter, specifically only facing left-handed pitching. When he was in St. Louis, he was a platoon player facing left-handed pitching. I think Giancarlo Stanton is going to have to take a chapter out of the Albert Pujols book and become the same type of hitter.
Yeah, 100%. He's a platoon player now.
And Jacob Pachuzzi says, platoon with who, heck? I appreciate you asking me, Jacob, because I got the perfect scenario. If the Yankees go out there, trade for Juan Soto, right? I want the Yankees to go big game hunting, right? If they don't, I got egg on my face. But yeah, trade for Juan Soto, sign Cody Bellinger to be your center fielder. When Jason Dominguez comes back, you could put Cody Bellinger at first base, have Jason Dominguez be your center fielder, and the platoon at the DH spot could be Anthony Rizzo and Giancarlo Stanton.
I like it.
Boom. That's your righty-lefty combination for your DH. Anthony Rizzo, Giancarlo Stanton.
That's how you do it. It's too bad they both are hitting, low 200s, but
hey,
it makes sense. They got a platoon. Yeah, got a platoon.
Exactly.
I don't know if you want to real quick before we go. Jacob Petruzzi brought up a something. I guess it's going around rumors that the Yankees are looking at trading Manuel Margot.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacob. Also, because I saw that, I forgot to highlight it. Jacob Petruzzi says Hector and TC per my guy Pete. Shout out to my brother Pete Seminetti over on NYYU, and congratulations too for Pete breaking the 20K subscribers. Shout out to Pete Seminetti for that. Make sure you guys go over there, show love, show support to our brother
20K,
that's holding it down.
That's big.
But he says Heck and TC per Pete. Yanks and Rays are talking a Manuel Margot trade. Listen, Manuel Margot, he's a phenomenal fielder. Whatever you get from him at the plate is just a plus. But when it comes to his defense and his speed, you can't knock or deny his defense and his speed. He is a right-handed hitter, right? So I'm not fully in love with it. But
where are we thinking he's playing? Defender. Is he a left field or center field?
If he'd be a backup fourth outfielder, I don't want him to be if he's my starting center fielder until Jason Dominguez comes back, that means we ain't signed Cody Bellinger. And that's not what I want. And I do not want that.
Yeah, there they go again with the second tier, guys, and we can't.
To me, Margot is at the same level of Kevin Kiermaier, if not a tick lower, because Kevin Kiermaier has a little bit of pop and he's a left-handed hitter. So I'll pass on Manuel Margot, but he's a solid fourth outfielder, defensive replacement if you need to get funky like that. But
it also depends on what we give up. If we're giving up, maybe a lower prospect and that's it, but not no Gleyber Torres or someone like Will Warren. No thanks.
Yeah, and like Truth always says, for that we just keep Florida out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Truth. My guy 19 comments says, stop, please, no more shot in the dark players. Absolutely. I don't. Manuel Margot, he's not gonna come over here and turn it to Gio. What's wrong with
Franchi Cordero? You guys want Franchi Cordero back?
Yeah. You guys don't want Willie Big Bang, Jake Bowers? You guys don't want those back?
Yeah, that's our outfield. It's gonna be Big Bang and Franchi and who's the other guy? McKinney.
Yeah. But if like I said, I want
Three Stooges.
I want Soto, I want Bellinger, and I want Yamamoto. And if we get Aaron Nola as well, I take that as well. But that's my plan for the offseason. The Yankees, they got to go big or they got to go home. But appreciate all of you guys in the chat. We'll be back this Tuesday for another Hot Stove edition at night. Tune in. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you can be up to date. It'll probably be 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, but just keep that notification on. You're not going to want to miss it. It'll be me, my brother TC, Ruben, Don Sicario, and my guy Jason from 161 River Ave. It's going to be a good one, and we will be back next week, Thursday, with the open panel. TC, any last words for the folks before we get out of here?
Just appreciate all you guys in here. Appreciate you, Hector, and have faith. I mean, got a little bit of faith. Have faith that they still could pull off something here. I mean, I know we're as Yankee fans, we're impatient and we want something to happen now, but hopefully they're working in the background to make some big deals. This has to be a big offseason. I just hope it, maybe they're waiting for the winter meetings. I don't know. I hope something happens. Because if not, it's going to be, it's going to be bad for the Yankees. Bad.
Same. Like I said, we'll be back this Tuesday. Hopefully they don't wait till the winter meetings. Hopefully some news drop over the weekend so we can talk about Juan Soto. Yeah, we need some news to report instead of the speculation.
Some good news. Always, some Juan Soto songs.
Appreciate everybody in the chat. And like John Sterling is going to say this season, Juanito, ay Dios mío. We out. Deuces.
Yeah, peace.